Hey there, Mercedes here from PrettyWebz.com, and today I want to show you how to make this beautiful agate texture inside of Photoshop. This is a super easy technique. You can use it for backgrounds, for accents, on your workbooks, on your website, you name it, because it's such an abstract design with such intricate detail in it. It makes a perfect, interesting background for really anything. I want to show you a few examples of what we're trying to achieve here. What we're trying to get is something like this, where you see the banding around this natural stone. It's a very interesting look, very beautiful, and it will lend well to any type of design. So with that, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna do when you're here inside of Photoshop is open a new file. These ones that I've created are 3600 by 3600, and we will be working with the 72 pixel resolution. As I've mentioned before in other videos, 300 resolution is standard for print in CMYK color. Of course, you can check with your printer to make sure that you have the right color modes and resolution for that specific printer. A 72 pixel per inch is great for anything that you're going to work on that's digital. If you're creating an opt-in or a workbook or something like that, and you just need an abstract background for an online PDF that's not going to be printed, this is perfect for that. You can also use this on your website and in other places online. If you're planning on printing, definitely up the resolution for this. So but for us, we're going to be working in 72 pixels per inch today. White background is okay, and click create. So now we have a blank canvas. With this background, we're going to set our colors for the document. So we want this particular layer to have a foreground color here of F7CC89. Of course, these are going to be different for you, or you can use these to follow along with me, but you can definitely use your branding colors for this, or any color that you like. So we'll click OK. That's going to be our foreground. Our background color is going to be this darker color. I tend to keep similar colors. You can definitely do a different variation of color. It doesn't really matter. They're just going to be the colors of your bands. So with this one is going to be a DF9115. That will be the hex code for that color. And then click OK. So once you have your color set here, you'll come into Filter, Render, and we're going to choose Fibers. Now I have mine set at a variance of 10 and a strength of 10. You can adjust these as needed to get thinner bands or thicker. For our demonstration, we're going to use a variance of 10 and a strength of 10. Of course, you can play with these and see what looks best for your project. This is what you're going to see, which is just fibers mixed in with these two colors. Once you have that, you'll go back into filters. This time we're going into Liquify. I'm going to bring this down so I can see the entire image and have some space outside the canvas. When you're in Liquify, you do need to have your density at 50, your pressure at 50, and your pin edges needs to be checked. That's very important. So make sure that pin edges is checked. Everything else is fine. We're going to take our brush up to 3600. That's the size of our canvas. And it's a lot easier for me just to type it in. So I'm going to type that in. So our brush is 3600 and we have pin edges checked. So we're ready to go. Now all I have to do is come up here to the top and hold the mouse button down and just start to drag it. So with this, all we're doing is getting the fibers to be a little bit thicker. We want more definition between the fibers. Some of these you can leave really thin like that and it'll give it a very interesting look. In fact, I think I might do that just to give you a little example. But if you don't like that look, you can just bring them all the way down So I'm just clicking and dragging on my mouse right now to get rid of all the very thin lines. Okay, so once you have something that you're happy with, then we're gonna start pulling the lines in one direction. So what we're trying to get here is that circular motion, the illusion of movement inside of this design, like you see in the agate texture. So we're going to be pulling this way, and of course you can pull your lines in any direction that you like. I'm going to pull these down a little bit, and you can actually, let's bring this down to maybe 1100 is fine. And then you can come in and move this around to make it look a little more realistic, because nothing is actually ever completely symmetrical around. So if you'd like to kind of make these a little more jagged, you can bring your brush size down and then just play with certain areas of the design. Okay, so we still have this small area right here that we need to work on. You may like the way it looks as is, but if you'd like to pull out your textures just a little bit more, you can do that as well. And I'm gonna pull these out here. Okay, and when you're happy with what you've got, just click OK on the Liquify menu, and this is the design that we've just created. Now I'm not really happy with this little area up here, and the best thing about this type of design is that it's completely flexible. You can click OK on the Liquify menu and then look at your design and decide you don't like it and go back in and fix it. It's going to keep all of the settings that you already had. So if we go back into filter and back to Liquify, it's going to bring up the image just as it was before. So I want to fix some of these smaller areas. I'm going to bring my brush down a little bit more and start to move them together. The closer you bring them together, the less you're going to see the variance in them. So even if your image has become a little bit pixelated, which can happen when you're spreading these layers apart, it's really easy to fix that just by squeezing them back together, and it'll bring back the definition. You can also pull up the lines. If you'd like to get rid of the thicker lines altogether, you can do that. This is a natural stone, so there's really no right or wrong way that it should be created. So you have a lot of flexibility here. Everything in nature grows in its own way. So the more variation you have, the better. It's just fine. It will definitely have a more unique and interesting look to it. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that alone. Click OK. I would probably come back in and work with this a little bit more, these areas right here. Let me show you this in other colors. Now this is something that is similar to what we just created, similar colors. I just changed the variation of the flow, I guess, of the design, and I didn't use a lot of the thicker fibers or the thicker lines in this one. I just stuck with the very thin fine lines, and you'll see all of the detail and the texture that comes out in something like this. This one I used pink and then a lighter pink, and this one high texture with pink and a blue and a very, very light, almost white blue in that one. And this one is black and white. In this one, let me show you the original. This is the original of this, and all I did right here is add some gold texture to it just to give it a little more interest. And then we have a blue on blue as well. Now I will have all of these textures available on my website. So if you go to PrettyWebz.com, you can download all of these textures here. There are about 7. I'll probably have about 10 when I'm done with all of this. So you'll get a pack of 10 agate textures that you can use in your designs. But again, if you have branded colors that you would like to use, then you can definitely make them yourself inside of Photoshop using this tutorial. Now my YouTube channel is very small at this point, so I don't have the ability to add links to my descriptions. But if you comment below, I will definitely respond with a link to where these textures are at on my website. But you can easily just go to PrettyWebz.com and check the shop, and you'll more than likely see those there. So don't forget to head over to my website at PrettyWebz.com for even more tips, resources, and of course free graphics. And if you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more design tips for business owners. Until next time, thanks for watching.